Oh boy, it feels nice. Hello, what is up guys? I'm your host Gordon and welcome to another one of my video. Today we got ourselves a brand new gel blaster content. And what we got over here is a P90 Gel Blaster. And I mean, look at the size of this thing. This thing is incredible. Just like Mac Potato. Because this video wouldn't be possible without the help from Mac Potato for helping me to get this blaster. Mac Potato is a local Malaysia online foam dot blaster seller who even sells gel blaster now. So if you guys are interested with one of those cool foam dot blaster as well as one of these gel blaster, Mac Potato got you covered. Link is in the description down below. In the box, we got the blaster itself, a fake scope, a fake suppressor, a gel container, battery and charger, safety goggle, a sling, and 2500 gels. To install the fake suppressor, just friction fit it to the barrel just like so. To install the fake scope, loosen up the nut, slide it on the rail, and tighten it up. The battery compartment is located at the buttstop. Slide off the cover, pull out the wire, connect the battery, put the battery in, close the door, and this is how the blaster looks like with everything installed. Okay, first look at the blaster. As you can see, this is definitely a P90 silhouette. And holy moly, the design is pretty accurate as well. I mean, the ergonomics of this blaster is of course by far the most comfortable blaster, gel blaster that I've ever held. Because the previous one are, sort of weird. The first one is like a mini M4. The second one was like a MP9, which basically another kind of sidearm. This is basically the first primary gel blaster in this channel, right? So let us talk about the build quality and quirks and features. So the build quality of this blaster is pretty solid. This blaster is of course made of ABS plastic with pretty much interesting vinyl. As you can see, this is more of a Joker pattern over here. This is not vinyl though. I'm not sure how they actually put in this pattern in there. Maybe this like some sort of a dipping method or something like that. I don't think this is painting though. The buttstock of this blaster is non-adjustable, but as you can see, this is a pretty comfortable buttstock. If you are a big fan of like a CQB SMG, this is definitely one blaster that you will like. The grip of the blaster is extremely comfortable. I mean, the ergonomics of this thing is definitely satisfying. Even though in frame it kind of feels really tight over here, but it's actually okay. It feels pretty comfortable. The on-off switch of this blaster is located at the front of the blaster over here, basically pretty similar with the location of an actual P90. So it is safe to say that this is actually a safety switch, because when I actually turn off the blaster, you can't really pull the trigger. But when I turn on the blaster, there you go, and the trigger pull is nice too. So again, this is actually a top loading blaster. It's again another gravity fed blaster. You just need to open the compartment over here. There's a little tiny plastic lid where you can easily pour in the gels into the blaster. So just in case to those who are still new to the channel and don't really know what are gels, those are basically tiny squishy orbeez that this blaster uses as ammunition. It comes in a pack of 500. Usually it is dry. You just have to put it in the container, put in some water, wait for 2 hours, and it will grow into tiny crystal squishy orbeez. That's why these gel orbeez don't really cause any injuries to the skin, which is absolutely safe to play and have fun with family members. But always remember, use safety goggles every time you play it with your friends. And finally, this time it actually comes with some sort of quirks and features. Like as you can see, the magazine over here is actually removable, just in case you need like a backup magazine or something like that. As far as I know, this is not a P90 magazine should looks like. This is kind of weird, but it is good to have a removable magazine just in case you want to like tactical reload or whatsoever. Oh, by the way, the mag release button is located over here. The second quirk of this blaster is that this blaster can actually increase its gel loading capacity. Well, I'm pretty sure a lot of you might think that this square piece, this protruding square piece over here, is where you contain all of those gel. Yes and no. As you can see, there is a tiny little plastic nub over here. By pushing it forward and pull it down, you can actually fill in the rest of the front part of the magazine over here with gels, which is a cool feature, which means that you can actually shoot longer with this blaster. But by doing so, the gravity fed mechanism will be less reliable, because if you actually look closely into the plastic over here, by raising the plastic piece, it will actually create a slanted groove to make sure that all the gels slide down to the feeding hole to make sure that it feeds properly. But of course, by doing so, it will actually block the ability to store in more gels because it actually block off this entire section over here. Yeah, it is a little bit of a give and take. The Picatinny roll situation of this blaster is really P90. Of course, we got a roll of Picatinny rail located at the front of the blaster. Definitely you can put in some useful reflex sight. There is of course two tiny Picatinny rail located on both sides of the blaster. As usual, the firing mode is only full auto. The only way to do semi-auto is basically trigger discipline. Something like that. And I guess that's it for the quirks and features. So yep, enough of me talking. Without further ado, let us go test the blaster out. Okay, we are back. So the performance of the blaster is actually not bad as well, just like the other gel blaster that I've reviewed recently. This blaster can actually shoot from 101 FPS all the way to 119 FPS. Basically, all of this blaster shoots over 100 FPS. So remember, safety goggles. So yeah, I guess 100 FPS out of the box is pretty standard with gel blasters. Again, the accuracy of this blaster in 8 meters, 9 meters, 10 meters is definitely not bad. You can definitely score a hit. Operating this blaster so far, I did not encounter any jams. Just that remember, when you actually push down the plastic nut over here, yes, it will increase the capacity of this blaster, but you will reduce the reliability of the feeding system. So every time you have to do it like the manual gravity fed and then you fire the blaster. For me, I choose reliability, so I will make sure that this plastic nub is always at the top position. Yup, that's all today guys. Like this video if you like it, dislike this video if you do not like it, subscribe if you haven't already, and of course I'm going to see you in the next video. Adios guys!